Welcome to another App Studio video. In this episode, we're going to be talking about how to install packages into our App Studio. So, with Dash being an open source project and framework, there's a lot of contributors that are creating useful and new components for what is an amazing framework. I've created about 20 components in my career, but if you would like to bring some of these components and tools into your project, it is extremely easy to do. So within Jupyter Notebook, you might be aware of this exclamation point pip install, and then you could put in whatever package you're looking to install. This is not the correct way to go about it. This type of shell command is directly installing the package in the operating system and not in the environment itself. The cleaner, more professional way to go about this is going to be to use a percentage sign and to use magic commands. So it's fairly similar. You're just going to use a percentage sign instead, and then you will do pip install, for example, Dash-ExcalDraw. So I could run this cell, and then we could see that it's going to install the package and it's going to get everything set up for us. So Dash-ExcalDraw is a interactive whiteboard type of tool where you could draw on it, which is really nice, and it makes for a good note-taking component. I'm going to just copy this initial code right here. I'm going to go back into my App Studio, and now that we have this installed, I'm going to create a new code block, and I'm just going to paste that in here. So I'll just call this component, for example. I'll make it equal to that, and then I'm just going to print out the component again. So if I run this code block, we could see that this component was brought in. Now we could see this further if we go into the app editor, and there we go. We can see that the ExcalDraw component was brought in, and I could draw on it and everything looks nice. I could go over here, I could create a new section. I can move component, which is ExcalDraw, up or down, and it will adjust accordingly. But yeah, this is a great tool and a great component to add more functionality into my App Studio project. Now, if you want to see the packages that you have installed in your App Studio, you could go over here to Asset List. And if you click on this button and if you scroll down, you can see everything that makes up this application. So as we can see, right here, we have Dash-ExcalDraw. So this is allowing us to use this component within our application. Now, let's say we want to remove this component. We don't want to work with it anymore. We want to clean up our workspace a little bit. You can go over to the main menu and you go over to terminal. You could create a new terminal and then you could pip uninstall, and then we will uninstall Dash-ExcalDraw. It's going to ask us if we would like to proceed. I'm going to say yes, so just type in Y, and then it will let us know that it successfully uninstalled Dash-ExcalDraw. And if you have a bunch of components or packages that you're trying to bring in at a single time, you could also do that by creating a requirements.txt file. So if we go back to App Studio, we can see that in the asset list, it already has a requirements.txt file. So for naming case, we'd want to name it something a little bit different. So I call this one prep requirements.txt, where I have a list of packages that I'd like to bring into App Studio. So if you go over here and you use the magic command, the percentage sign, pip install, and then you could do -r, and then you could point to the file, which is going to be prep-requirements.txt. And if you do that, you can see that it will download everything that I asked it to. So with that, if you download or if you bring in any package through pip install using this magic command, and if it isn't working right away, then you might need to refresh your workspace. I have noticed that on occasion. So the way to do that is you're going to want to go to your settings within your Dash Enterprise, where your App Studio is located, and then you're going to want to click on this Restart Workspace button. So this will clear everything out, and it will allow you to work within these new components that you brought in, as sometimes you might need to restart your workspace to get started and working with them. But other than that, it's that simple. That's how you could start working with some of these amazing open source packages that the community has built. So, with this, I hope you find it useful. And if you're looking for more information on Dash Enterprise or App Studio, check out the videos on Plotly and the introduction that I made on App Studio. With that, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.